Hello, everyone. Welcome to the kickoff webinar for the Center for Community, Energy, and Environmental Justice. My name is Dr. Rebecca Lewison, and I have the privilege of serving as the Executive Director for the Center. In a moment, we'll be putting into the chat a PDF file that has all the text from today's presentation in English and in Spanish to support accessibility for the information we'll be covering today. You can follow the transcription there as we move through the slides. Whether you're here in real time or watching this as a recording in a different time zone, we welcome you and we're glad that you're here. Today's webinar will introduce you to the Center for Community, Energy, and Environmental Justice, which we call CCEEJ. I'll discuss how CCEEJ fits into the EPA's grants program. I also want to highlight our fantastic participating organizations and institutions. Then I'll describe the technical assistance services that we'll be providing and tell you how to get started with CCEEJ. And most importantly, I want to give you an opportunity to ask questions. We've prepared a brief presentation that we'll record. We'll then transition to a question and answer session dedicated to your questions. And you'll see we've allocated a considerable amount of our time together for your questions. You're welcome to submit them at any time, and we'll be sure to answer all of your questions either during the webinar or after the webinar, and we'll compile them in a document and email them to all the webinar registrants and also share them on our website. But before we jump into telling you about CCEEJ, we wanted to take a few moments to learn about you. We've launched a Zoom poll here that has 2 short questions. These questions are entirely optional and all responses will be anonymous. But we're interested in learning where in EPA Region 9 you're located. And if you'll scroll down, you'll see a second question that asks you to describe what type of organization you represent. We'll take a moment here so everyone who's interested in providing information can answer these. We appreciate you participating. Again, this is entirely optional and anonymous, and we see that we have people joining us from Arizona, Hawaii, Northern California, the Northern Mariana Islands, and Southern California. And we also see we have many nonprofit organizations, community organizations, rural community organizations, local state governments, tribal and national or tribal and indigenous organizations, and other as well. Thanks again, everyone, for participating there. So let me start by telling you where CCEEJ fits into the larger EPA organization and structure. The Center, CCEEJ, receives funding from the DOE and EPA's Environmental and Climate Justice Communities Grant Program. The Communities Grant Program is organized into 4 different categories that are focused on different stages of the EPA's outlined process to help communities, which starts with assistance, then moves to planning and project development, then to pilots and partnerships, and finally to implementation. CCEEJ, the Center, is part of the beginning of this process, the assistance stage of this 4-step process. And our center is one of many environmental justice thriving community technical assistance centers, which are called TICTACs. TICTACs, like CCEEJ, serve as the foundation for the assistance program, as they are the front door for communities to seek assistance, building capacity, and increasing their ability to access funding to help communities move through this process. TICTACs are part of the Federal Interagency Thriving Communities Network, which is an element of Justice 40. The Justice 40 initiative ensures that 40% of the benefits of certain federal investments flow to disadvantaged communities. These technical assistance centers, or TICTACs, were established to help ensure communities with environmental justice concerns can access funding to address a range of issues, including generational divestment, legacy pollution, infrastructure challenges, clean energy, energy security, or meeting climate goals. So far, the EPA, with additional support from DOE, has selected 16 TICTACs to help underserved and overburdened communities across the country. The Center for Community Energy and Environmental Justice, or CEEJ, is hosted at San Diego State University and is one of those TICTACs designated to support EPA Region 9, which includes American Samoa, Arizona, California, Guam, Hawaii, Northern Mariana Islands, and Nevada. But we also want to make sure that you're aware that there's a second TICTAC that's also serving Region 9. It's called the West EJ Center, and it's based at the University of Arizona. We've listed their contact information here and are also posting their contact information into the chat now for you. CEEJ creates a nexus of centralized expertise and coordination for technical assistance across Region 9. And we have a fantastic network of participating institutions and organizations from across the region. And I'd like to recognize them and introduce you to them. It's the Center for Creative Land Recycling, the Climate Science Alliance, the Institute for Tribal Environmental Professionals, the Desert Research Institute, the Pacific Research on Island Solutions for Adaptation, or Pacific RESA, the Public Health Alliance, Arizona State University, University of Guam Center for Island Sustainability, the Environmental Protection Network, and University of San Diego's Energy Policies Initiative Center. We've put together a brief video to introduce you to members of the CEEJ team and network that will play for you now. Becca Lewison, San Diego State.
Hi, I'm Megan Jennings with San Diego State University.
Hi everyone, I'm Amber Parrish from the Climate Science Alliance.
Today, I'm Austin Shelton. I'm from the University of Guam Center for Island Sustainability and Sea Grant.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Fish, and I'm with the Environmental Protection Network.
Claire Weston, Center for Creative Land Recycling.
I'm Clark Miller, and I direct the Center for Energy and Society at Arizona State University.
Hi, I'm Darshan Karwat from Arizona State University.
I'm Devin Rainwater with the Center for Creative Land Recycling.
Hi, I'm Diane Terry with the Climate Science Alliance.
Hi, my name is Lauren Halili. I'm with the Center for Community Energy and Environmental Justice.
My name is Sergio Morales, and I work with San Diego State University. I'm with the Collaborative of Native Nations for Climate Transformation and Stewardship.
I'm Paige Dawson from San Diego State University.
I'm Kelsey Morales with the Institute for Tribal Environmental Professionals.
Hi, my name is Morgan Leon-Guerrero from the University of Guam Center for Island Sustainability.
I'm Scott Anders with the Energy Policy Initiative Center at the University of San Diego.
Nilmini Silvazen from the Energy Policy Initiative Center at the University of San Diego.
Hi, I'm Kathy Pope with the Environmental Protection Network.
My name is Dr. Tamara Wall. I work at the Desert Research Institute in Reno, Nevada.
Michelle Roos, the Environmental Protection Network.
Resilience.
Partnerships.
Hope.
Repair.
Shared resources.
Diversity.
Thriving energy futures.
Passion.
Community and climate resilience.
Futures.
Resiliency.
Respect.
Community empowerment.
Energy, democracy, and justice.
Shared resources.
Equity.
Justice.
Basic human right, where everyone has some agency over the decisions that affect their lives.
The defining challenge of my generation. It is one of the ways that we will be judged by future generations.
Environmental justice.
So now I'd like to take a moment and talk about the services that CJ is excited to provide and the type of technical assistance, training, and support for those services. We're focused on working with community partners to identify environmental and energy justice needs and challenges. Also, strengthening a community's ability to identify, successfully apply for, and effectively manage grants relative to environmental justice and energy justice. We're excited to provide training on how to navigate government websites, as well as knowledge and understanding of environmental justice and energy justice related grant programs. We're working to provide technical assistance to support an increased ability and capacity to meaningfully participate in decision-making related to environmental and energy justice, as well as building capacity and leverage existing assets in community organizations by training community ambassadors and leaders. CJ is also committed to providing services to translate and interpret grant requirements, policies, and procedures into plain language and other languages besides English, provide knowledge and understanding of relevant grant laws, regulations, policies, procedures, and programmatic requirements. We're committed to providing sector-specific areas of technical expertise in energy, energy policy, and environmental quality and health. And finally, we're working to create a diverse community of practice by facilitating partnerships, connecting the communities we serve to vibrant environmental, energy, and climate justice network. So now that you've heard a little bit about the technical assistance CJ is working to provide, we wanted to give you an opportunity to tell us more about the types of technical assistance that are of greatest interest to you and your organization. Again, this is an entirely optional and anonymous Zoom poll, and there are in fact 2 questions, but it's the same question repeated because we had so many options, we couldn't include it in a single poll question. So if you're interested, we'd love you to participate and tell us about the technical assistance areas that are most of interest to your organization. If you don't see a particular topic, we invite you to type that into the question and answer section now. If there's other areas of technical assistance that you're interested in, or if you have suggestions on future webinars that you'd like us to provide, you can type that into the question and answer now. Again, we'll just take a few moments to wait to give people an opportunity to participate in the poll. And I'm seeing, as expected, a wide range of interests across the different areas of technical service that we've listed here. Ones that particularly stand out are identifying strategic grant opportunities. Just scrolling down as well as technical expertise in environmental quality and health, and connecting to a network of partners. So thank you for everyone who shared their information with us. We really appreciate it. Now, you may be wondering if your organization is eligible for technical assistance. Chances are yes. CJ, like all TICTACs, have been tapped to serve a wide range of organizations, including nonprofits, community-based organizations, local and state governments, tribal nations, and tribal and indigenous community organizations. It is extremely easy to request technical assistance. We've put a QR code on the screen that you can follow, or if it's easier, you can go to our website, which is shown here in red, and click on the link to request technical assistance. From there, you'll be sent information on how to schedule a one-on-one session with a CJ team member for a short Zoom consultation. It's equally easy to sign up for our mailing list, and we encourage you to sign up for the CJ mailing list so you can stay current on all trainings, scheduled events, and the latest news from CJ. We've posted a new QR code here, which you can use, or again, you can go to our website and click on this icon, which prompts you to sign up for our mailing list and newsletter. We're keen to answer your questions, but before we turn to that, we wanted to start the Q&A process with two of the most frequently asked questions that we receive, because these may be questions that you have as well. The first question we're asked very often is, does CJ provide funding for community projects? And the answer to that is no. As a technical assistance center, CJ does not provide funding to individual communities or community projects. Instead, CJ is tasked to provide assistance for community organizations to help them apply for and secure funding to support their environmental, energy, justice priorities and projects. We'll work with your organization to identify funding opportunities and increase successful grant submissions, grant getting, and administrative capacity. The next most frequently asked question has to do with grant writing. And we know that many organizations are interested in grant writing services, so we want to talk about the technical assistance that is available for that. TICTACs are not permitted to provide direct grant writing services. However, our team assists with everything from helping your organization register on crucial platforms like sam.gov or grants.gov to providing expert guidance on navigating grant registries. Our team can help identify grant opportunities that align closely with your organization's missions and objectives. A tailored approach, which we hope ensures that your organization targets grants for which you are best suited and likely to be most competitive. But for grant writing, we can offer several types of assistance. We will offer guidance documents for specific grant applications, as well as provide easily accessible white papers with relevant technical information that help lay the foundation for successful grant applications. We will also be providing grant writing training, webinars, and tutorials. So now we'd like to transition to answering your questions, but we'll leave our contact information up on the screen. We appreciate you coming today and thank you for your time, and we look forward to connecting with your organization.